What's going on? We back, Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in one time for the one time we grinding. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, smash the bell icon button. But Peyton Manning broke down Matthew Stafford's tape on Detail. I believe you can catch Detail on the ESPN Plus app. Football version is Peyton Manning. NBA basketball version is Kobe Bryant. I'll explain more about how you can get that at the end of the video. So let's get into what Peyton Manning said. I put the article link in the description under article link or source link. So one of the regular season video analyzing quarterback plays, Manning points to a pass, Matthew Stafford threw that got knocked down at the line of scrimmage by the Dolphins linebacker Kiko Alonso. Manning said that Stafford was staring at his first option from the start, and Alonso read Stafford's eyes, saw Stafford wanted to throw a quick pass to the right, and jumped into Stafford's throwing lane just as Stafford was releasing the ball. As a quarterback, believe it or not, we need to use our eyes to look off defensive linemen and pass rushers, Manning said. Don't stare at the receiver because then the pass rushers know where you're going to go. So look off, even though if you know you're going to throw it out to the right and go to the flat, look left to start, look down the middle. Don't let those defensive linemen know where you're going. So that's what Peyton Manning had to say. Okay, we're going to analyze that a little bit. But the author of this article, I think his name is Michael Davis Smith, had a good last paragraph in this article. Lions head coach Matt Patricia and offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter have bristled at the suggestions that opposing defenses know what the Lions are doing. But the Lions would be wise to do some self-scouting to see if Manning has a point that Stafford can do a better job of keeping opposing defenses from reading his eyes. Now, when I first heard this immediately made me think of two things. It made me think about Chris Spielman calling out Taylor Decker in the 49er game for tipping off the plays. And the first reason, that number one reason, was the New York Jets game. The Jets game where they claimed to know the plays because I think Andre Roberts was over there. He played for the Lions, or one of the players. And they claimed to know that they knew the Lions' plays. But, maybe Stafford was just tipping his plays off like Taylor Decker was tipping off a run and pass. Staring down the receiver, they know if they read Stafford's eyes, he was making rookie mistakes in his 10th year, or 9th season going into his 10th season versus the Jets. They know if they, was able to just follow Stafford's eyes, they was going to be able to get a pick. And that's probably one of the reasons why Matthew Stafford has troubles with zones all the time. And when teams go into like soft zones or cover 3, cover 2, all you're doing is sitting back, manning your area, okay, and looking at the receiver and looking at the quarterback eyes. You're playing the quarterback. So maybe that's why zone gives Matthew Stafford such a problem, because Stafford's just staring down the receiver and he's not looking off receivers. And that's critical for a quarterback to look off receivers, not only for the defensive linemen and the pass rushers, like Manning stated. And I think that was a beautiful quote, because people don't think about, staring down receivers with, and with the impact it has with defensive linemen, you know what I'm saying, and rushing linebackers. But this give you some, give you an inside look at what Stafford's doing wrong. And in detail, it's very, very detailed, to be honest, by Peyton Manning. He shows you everything that you need from the the quarterbacks, or mostly quarterbacks do wrong and do right. And Stafford ain't doing some of the things that other elite quarterbacks like Andrew Luck on there did, looking off receivers, or what Deshaun Watson did, and all that. It seems like Stafford is a bigger problem than people give him credit for with the Detroit Lions. And I've been saying that, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire. He's been through Scott Linehan, Joe Lombardi, Jim Bob Cooter, not even with the help of Jim Caldwell, who helped Joe Flacco go to 13 touchdowns, 1 or 2 interceptions in his playoff Super Bowl run with Ray Lewis last season. I'm telling you, obviously it's Stafford. Stafford is the major problem. People blame Jim Bob Cooter, the next coordinator coming here. Y'all still going to be blaming him before you blame Matthew Stafford. He's the one consistent that's here. There's no more Nate Burleson. There's no more Calvin Johnson. There's no more Ndamukong Suh. There's no more Eric Ebron. There's no more, it's no more none of them dudes, man. The one consistent, the constant is Matthew Stafford. That's the one thing we do know. After everybody else is gone, from Jim Schwartz to Scott Linehan to Jim Bob Cooter, Jim Bob Cooter will be gone, to Joe Lombardi, to Jim Caldwell, to Joe Walsh, the offensive lineman coach. And at the end of the day, one Lions gonna see that Matthew Stafford is accountable here. You know, it seems like Jim Bob Cooter has been cast off as a scapegoat. He should be. He has no creativity in his offense, but also he hasn't, raising Matthew Stafford's IQ none. And maybe Stafford is like LeBron, where you can't tell LeBron shit, where people don't call out LeBron in meetings, and that's what some of the Cleveland players had a problem with. He's above the law. Maybe Stafford been around there so long, he make the most money anybody in the organization outside the owner. You can't tell him shit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you can't teach him no more. Maybe he go out there and make the same mistakes. So when these teams go into zone, you staring down your man, or they in two men under or something like that, or they want to cover one with the robber, and the one safety got the deep part of the field, and the other safety is just roaming underneath and roaming the middle part of the field, and Stafford is staring down maybe a post route down the middle. That robber is gonna rob. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is sit back there and read Stafford eyes. That's what the safety do, especially when they in some type of zone. Maybe get cover 3, and the safety got the deep middle part, and another safety come up and play the flat. You know what I'm saying? Or you in cover 2 with your 2 corners play the flat, and then your 2 linebackers play that middle zone, and then your 2 safeties got the deep part of the field. Man, all of them is just reading your eyes, man. Reading your eyes. That's all they doing. And the 2 linebackers, man in the middle. And if they just got to read your eyes, I mean, that's part of the battle being won right there. On the way winning the war, which is the game. Which if I can sit down and read Stafford's eyes and I know he gonna stare down the receiver, I ain't gotta be the quickest safety. I'm just watching his eyes, knowing that he ain't gonna look right, and then come back left. He gonna look right and just throw right. He ain't gonna look down the middle to keep me at bay. I just know I follow his safeties. I break on the ball. That's gonna be the difference between a completion or a touchdown and an interception or just an incompletion. Maybe the Lions should bring in Peyton Manning as the offensive coordinator, or a special consultant for Matthew Stafford. But in his 10th year, I mean, shit, what can you teach this old dog? He supposed to have mastered the art of looking off receivers by now. He supposed to master that. 10th season, you still staring down receivers. And don't just think the Dolphins game was just a blip on the radar. Man, that's a consistent. You can watch him. That's why Eddie Jackson was able to pick him off Thanksgiving. Yeah, and also, how you staring down a receiver and you still throw a shitty ball? Okay? He stared down Mike Roberts the whole time. Eddie Jackson already knew. Ran straight to the flat. From about almost the deep middle of the field. You stare down a receiver and you throw a bullshit pass. Maybe that's some of the reason why Eric Ebron didn't succeed here. I put a lot of that on Jim Bob Cooter for not using his vertical ability like the Colts are using on wheel routes, getting deep. That's what Ebron is. Ebron ain't a guy that's he can't go to the flat and make something happen. But Ebron is a guy that likes to get vertical down the field. And the Lions never used him vertical. That's where he's comfortable at. But hey, I ain't the offensive coordinator. I ain't the quarterback. But Peyton Manning got a super duper point here, man. Matthew Stafford is truly making rookie mistakes, man. And at the end of the day, you paid them all this money. And it just seemed like, man, they just giving these quarterbacks money and they don't even deserve, you know what I'm saying? They don't even deserve to be making the money that they getting, man. A lot of these skill positions, man, players really make the quarterback position, man. There's no way you could tell me Matt Ryan is more valuable than Julio Jones. No way. A lot of the quarterback positions, Kirk Cousins, garbage. Thielen is by far the best player on that team. Thielen, excuse me. But they're going to keep paying him and they're going to keep getting a mediocre product. But let me know what y'all think, man, about this story, man. I'll link it in the description. You also can get the ESPN Plus app through ESPN. It's free for 7 days, so you can check out some of the things they got. They got a lot of some football games, basketball games you can't get, boxing, and detail about Kobe and Peyton Manning. 30 for 30s on there as well. So check it out, man. It's free for 7 days. Then after that, you can cancel it, or it's $5. It's only $5. You get a lot of content. But don't forget, we on Facebook, we on Twitter, we on Instagram. You can DM me on any of those social media platforms. Also, or you can hit me up. You want a video request or through the email, or you got a business inquiry or venture, whatever it may be. And, keep looking out for us, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Want to make a donation to the channel. That link's there as well. But share the videos. Much blessed to all the brothers and sisters out there. Everybody be safe. We gone.